June's What's Next in Granblue Fantasy post caught everyone off guard with one of its announcements. It's Dark Advantage Guild Wars month, so a Dark Unit Uncap was expected. But what no one expected was the units they picked. Hi, I'm Ducky, and today I wanted to talk about the story of Marquiares and try to play around with some lore speculations regarding his Uncap episodes. Facts and made up stuff after the intro. Let's start by introducing Marquiares. He's a dark SSR from January 2017. To put that into perspective, he was released in between Platinum Sky and Eye of the Storm. Yes, we are getting old. Just like him, he's 227 years old. As a 2017 character, his Fate episodes don't tell a whole lot, and his character introduction probably has more lore than everything we have in game. But let's dig what we can here. His whole bit is the fact that he's a supernal sorcerer. And yes, I also added an extra A in there the first time I read it. Here's the definition of supernal in case you never heard this word before in your life. I know I didn't. They use astral in Japanese, which, of course, we cannot use in English, because astrals are an entirely different thing already. Basically, he's kind of an astrologist? Not exactly, but it's probably the closest normal word we have to describe him. There's this thing called the supernal plane, from which he can draw power from, and it's something really hard to deal with. Most people don't even realize its existence, and even if you do, being able to wield it is even harder. Like this one guy from his skill episodes, who couldn't handle the magic and got its consciousness stuck and became a ghost. Even Marquiares, who is supposed to be a master of the supernal magic thingy, still suffers from overdose, gets drunk and starts exploding stuff when he uses it too much. He's also a part of a group called the Supreme Supernal Court, which sounds grand and powerful, and we are told it is, but we never see anything about them. It's like the fan club of nerds who can use supernal magic, and they meet through astral projection every 4 years. What is cool about this council of wise wizards is that it's the first ever mention of Stariola in the game, 2 whole years before the introduction of the Evokers. And this connection is later used in Stariola's Tales of Arcarum event. Event-wise, other than the aforementioned Tales of Arcarum, Marquiares had exactly one line in No Rain, No Rainbow, only if you have him in your party. And he showed up on 2021's White Day mini stories. So yeah, Cygames has pretty much an empty screen to draw on. And that's where the fun part begins. We get to speculate on what the hell they are going to do with his story. I have 3 theories with varying degrees of craziness, and I will just present them to you. You can do whatever you want with them. Let's start with the more normal one. Cygames can be extremely basic and simply establish the Supreme Supernal Court as a regular ass group. Just use his Uncap to set up a future event where we simply interact and deal with these sorcerers. Maybe one of them is evil, I don't know. But if they play it safe and decide to focus on the characters themselves and not the whole supernal magic thing, I will be kind of disappointed. And that's exactly why I think that's the most probable option. Marquiares is an extremely cool guy with an even cooler guy mode when he gets drunk, but he's still an old man Harvin, and those are not very popular. He's also in the classic draw, so it's even harder for people to get him. I don't think they would go super hard on his storyline. My second theory is a bit more out there. It's about the supernal plane. Of course, that's the biggest mystery of his plotline, and it would feel bad if they either decide to ignore it or reveal it to be something very unimpressive. So, what would be a cool thing for the supernal plane to be? You guessed it, the boundary. It's already magic related to the stars, right? Connecting it to the astral god is a coin toss away. Give 5-star Marquiares blue hair! That would most definitely be the funniest thing ever. And it would give us plenty of room to explore one of the coolest parts of Granblue lore as a whole. They are already touching on this topic recently. And you will be rerunning this month, so the timing couldn't be better. I don't think this will happen though. And my third theory is even less probable to happen. This one is the crazy one. Do you guys remember these jelly dudes? These noisy signal thingies on the moon? We never got any explanations for them, like, ever, right? Wouldn't it be crazy if these thingies are actually leaking from the supernal plane? We already established that souls and consciousness can get stuck in there. So, formless, bodiless monsters trying to escape wouldn't be too far-fetched, would it? And with Grand Zeta, it's clear that Cygames is trying to bring back the Moon plotline. After the masterpiece that was Home Sweet Moon, they can't use the same Automagod idea again. So, here's a way to expand on the Moon monsters with pre-existing stuff. This is absolutely crazy and would never happen in a million years. But imagine how funny it would be. And that's it for this video, thank you all for watching. Do you have any personal theories about what Marquiares' story will be about? Did you even remember he was a character that existed before last week? Because I sure didn't. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, this was Ducky, and I'll see you all later.